Most romance anime spend dozens of episodes circling around one confession, but sometimes the most powerful stories begin after the couple gets together. When love isn't the destination, but the starting point, everything feels more real, messier, warmer, and strangely more honest. These are 10 romance anime where the relationship begins early, and the story grows from there. Let's start with number 10.
Number 10, Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Ikki Korogane lives in a world where magical strength decides everything, and by all standards, he's labeled the Academy's weakest student. Despite his hard work, he's constantly looked down on for his low magical output. Things shift when he meets Stella Vermilion, a powerful and proud foreign princess known for her overwhelming talent. Their first encounter sparks a rivalry that quickly turns into something deeper, and after an honest confrontation, their relationship begins far earlier than most would expect. What makes the series compelling is how directly it treats romance. Instead of dragging out misunderstandings, Ikki and Stella face their struggles together as a couple. Their bond is built on mutual respect, her raw power balanced by his discipline and resolve. Alongside the action and tournaments, the story quietly explores themes of self-worth, pressure, and perseverance. The early relationship doesn't slow the story down, it strengthens it, turning romance into motivation rather than conflict.
Number 9. His and Her Circumstances. Yukino Shita appears to be the perfect student, beautiful, high-achieving, admired by everyone. Arima Sroichiro, equally accomplished, seems to match her perfection. Behind the flawless reputation, both hide deep insecurities and carefully constructed false personas. When their true selves are accidentally exposed to each other, the masks fall quickly, and their relationship begins surprisingly early compared to traditional school romances. The strength of this series lies in its psychological honesty. It doesn't romanticize perfection, it dissects it. Rather than focusing on will they or won't they tension, the story shifts toward how two flawed people grow while already being together. It explores family pressure, childhood trauma, jealousy, and ambition with emotional nuance. The romance feels grounded because it progresses alongside personal breakdowns and self-discovery. It's not just about falling in love, it's about learning how to exist honestly beside another person.
Number 8. Tsundere Children. Instead of following one central couple, this series presents multiple love stories unfolding simultaneously across a single school. Different students fall in love, confess, misunderstand, and grow, all in short, interconnected episodes. Many of these couples become official early on, letting the narrative focus on the awkward, humorous, and heartfelt moments that come after. What makes this series special is its authenticity and simplicity. It captures the clumsy nervousness of young love without exaggeration. Each couple feels distinct, with different emotional rhythms and communication struggles. The short-form storytelling keeps things light, but the emotions feel genuine rather than fleeting. Humor never undermines sincerity. It coexists with it. By avoiding drawn-out tension, the series reflects how love can be sudden, confusing, and wonderfully imperfect. It's not about grand gestures, but about small moments that define relationships.
Number 7. Nisekoi. Raku Ichijo, the heir to a Yakuza family, is forced into a fake relationship with Chitoge Kirasaki, the daughter of a rival gang leader, to prevent a gang war. Despite constant bickering and misunderstandings, they must pretend to be a couple in public. While both secretly hold feelings for others, the fake relationship gradually alters their emotional distance in ways neither expects. The charm of this series lies in contrast, forced proximity versus genuine emotion. While the early relationship begins under false pretenses, the emotional development is steady and layered. The show leans heavily into romantic comedy tropes, but beneath the humor is a sincere exploration of how affection grows under pressure. Visual direction, vibrant character designs, and playful dialogue keep it light, while long-term emotional threads quietly build in the background. It thrives on timing, misdirection, and the slow recognition of real feelings beneath fabricated circumstances.
Number 6. My Happy Marriage. Mio Saimori grows up in an abusive household after her mother's death, treated as disposable and powerless in a family that values supernatural abilities. She is arranged to marry Kyoka Kudo, a feared military officer rumored to be cold and cruel. Expecting rejection, Mio instead finds herself slowly accepted in his quiet, distant presence. Their bond begins early, built not through dramatic declarations but through shared silence, patience, and emotional safety. The emotional power of this story comes from its restraint. Love isn't loud here, it's healing. The series carefully explores trauma, self-worth, and the slow rebuilding of trust. Kyoka's calm strength contrasts with Mio's fragility, forming a relationship rooted in protection rather than domination. Visually, the anime uses soft lighting and deliberate pacing to reflect emotional subtlety. It treats affection as something earned through consistency rather than conflict, making the resulting romance feel grounded and deeply human. Number 5. Arakawa Under the Bridge. Ko Ichinomiya lives by the rule that he must never be indebted to anyone, a lesson drilled into him by his wealthy father. After falling into a river, he is saved by a strange girl named Nino, who insists he must now become her boyfriend to repay the debt. With little choice, Ko moves into the bizarre community living beneath the bridge, where reality and absurdity blur constantly. What sets this series apart is how it disguises romance beneath surrealist comedy. The relationship forms instantly, yet emotional development unfolds gradually through shared experiences and emotional exposure. Beneath the eccentric humor lies a surprisingly tender exploration of connection, pride, and emotional risk. The show uses eccentric characters as symbolic reflections of emotional isolation. Rather than traditional romantic structure, it focuses on how two people grow through immersion into each other's emotional world, even when that world seems completely irrational. Number 4. Golden Time. Banri Tada enters college after losing all memory of his past. There he meets Koko Kaga, an intense and emotionally driven girl still tied to a childhood promise of love with another boy. Their paths tangle quickly, and they become romantically involved early in the story. But Banri's forgotten memories and unresolved emotions begin resurfacing in unpredictable ways. The key strength of this series is its emotional maturity. Unlike many high school romances, this story deals with adult-level insecurity, identity confusion, and fear of emotional loss. The early relationship allows the anime to explore how love reacts to instability rather than idealized perfection. It presents affection as something fragile, capable of growth and collapse. Emotional tension builds not through misunderstandings alone, but through internal psychological conflict. The result is an intensely personal portrayal of how love negotiates memory, guilt, and self-identity.
Number 3. Maoyu. In a typical fantasy war between humans and demons, the hero confronts the Demon King, only to discover the Demon King is a young woman with an entirely different vision for peace. Instead of conquest, she seeks to unite both sides through economic reform and social transformation. An alliance forms early on, laying the foundation for both political and emotional connection. What makes this series unique is its fusion of romance with socio-economic strategy. Instead of focusing on battles alone, it explores how relationships influence entire civilizations. The bond between the hero and the Demon King develops through ideology, shared responsibility, and gradual emotional reliance. It treats romance as something that evolves alongside moral and political transformation. The anime stands out by replacing brute conflict with intellectual resolution, while still preserving emotional intimacy beneath the larger narrative.
Number 2. Seventh Time Loop. Riche lives the same life over and over, dying and reincarnating through 7 different timelines. Each life gives her new experiences and skills. In her 7th loop, she encounters Prince Arnold, who murdered her in a previous life and unexpectedly becomes his fiancé. Instead of resisting fate, she chooses to understand him. The appeal of this series lies in agency and emotional intelligence. Riche is not passive. She analyzes, adapts, and reshapes destiny through experience. The romance emerges through observation rather than fantasy, built on restraint and mutual curiosity. The early engagement gives the narrative space to explore trust amid danger. Emotional tension comes not from delay, but from uncertainty and hidden truth. It's a story that treats romance as strategic coexistence that gradually evolves into emotional connection.
Number 1. Why Raeliana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion. After dying in modern Japan, a young woman reincarnates into the world of a novel, only to realize she is fated to be murdered. To avoid this fate, she enters into a contract engagement with Duke Noah Winknight, the most dangerous man in the story. Their relationship forms early under practical necessity rather than affection. What elevates this series is how survival becomes the foundation of romance. The emotional progression is measured, layered beneath sharp dialogue and political maneuvering. Raeliana is neither passive nor romanticized. She actively negotiates her own fate. The relationship grows through strategic trust rather than idealized attraction. Visually rich with historical elegance, the anime blends emotional vulnerability with calculated restraint. It treats romance as a gradual alignment of will rather than sudden destiny, giving the emotional payoff genuine weight.
Some love stories don't wait for the ending to begin. Sometimes the confession is only the first step. If any of these relationships stood out to you, tell me which one left the biggest impression. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.